2011, I plan on making the cross-country team, and I also plan on making a World Championships team.
You talk about making the World Championship team. What event are we talking about here, first of all?
Well, we're looking at 5,000 or 10,000 or maybe the marathon. But no, I'm not just a road racer. As a matter of fact, I prefer the track over the road. I also like cross-country. So I can pretty much race on any surface.
Have you gotten specific in terms of your goal planning as to in terms of times that you want to put down in the respective events for next year realistically?
Oh, definitely, definitely. And my program is planned all around that. So my program has already been laid out for the rest of the season, right back up until 2011. So I know exactly what I want to do. I know the times I want to run, and I'm prepared to do the work that it will take to run those times.
Would you care to say what those times are?
Not yet. I want it to be a surprise because I know I'm going to do something special next year. So yeah, I guess you will see.
When you look around, when you look at what is happening, certainly in the region, certainly worldwide, the times that you've set yourselves, where would those put you?
Well, they would definitely put me ahead of the region, and they will put me right up there with the best in the world because I know I have the potential and the ability to run the times that I want to run, and I'm going to give it everything. This year, I'm going to give my everything that I have to ensure that I run those times.
Are we talking times like sub 13, let's say over 5,000?
Definitely, definitely. I know I can do it, and I am going to put everything I have in working to get there.
In terms of being able to perform at that level, you know you need significant financial backing. Of course, your nutrition needs to be up to par. Certainly also where you train is also very important because the very best in those events train at altitude essentially. When you look at all of that, how is everything in place to ensure that those things are okay?
I know, well, most things are in place. You know, the finances is kind of difficult right now because it's tight on everybody, seeing the financial crisis that we are in. But, you know, sometimes you have got to make sacrifices. If you want something badly enough, you have got to make sacrifices because if I can run those times, then the financial part will come easy after that. So that's why I will, whatever I have, wherever I can get it, I will go and try and get it so I can achieve my goals.
And you also work. How difficult is it being able to combine that with, I mean, the goals that you've set?
I tell you, it's not very easy, but I schedule my time in such a way where it doesn't really affect me all that much because what I do, most of my training is in the mornings when I'm really fresh, when I'm rested, because sometimes after a day of work it's not easy to go there and train. So what I normally do in the evenings, I normally rest for about an hour or so before I go into training because it's very difficult to leave straight from work and go into training. So I try to work around it. I mean, there will be obstacles and I have to work around those because I want to get where I need to get. And if I can get there, then I have no need to work to do a full-time job.
How about the age factor? I mean, you're gonna have those who are going to say that maybe you're just a tad too old to be aiming that high at this point.
Well, you see, it's a bit different when it comes to, there's a difference with long distance running and sprinting because at the age when sprinters reach a certain age they start to slow down. For long distance running, what a lot of people don't understand is that long distance running, for you it takes a while for you to really get seasoned into running, and with actually your body is able to, with age your body is able to manage the stress and strains of putting in those miles day in day out. So if you look at some of the best long distance runners, they go well into their 30s and they are doing well at those ages. So I mean, it's not really much of a bother for me, and that is why right now anyway I'm trying to do as best as I can right now, so I don't have to keep on putting this off for another year and say maybe next year I will do a little bit better. This is now and I'm trying to do the best I can right now.
In terms of getting the competition locally, and as we saw here today, you were well ahead of the rest in this 10K. In terms of getting competition, where are you looking at and at what times of the year? Have you set that plan out as well?
Well, I have a few races for planned for the Caribbean next year. I think I will run in Trinidad and for about 2 times next year. And apart from that, I am not sure where else, but I have somebody that I'm working with right now who is trying to get me into races overseas. So what I will have to do, I have to do my part here. I will have to start running the times here because you're not going to get into the big races unless you are running something good here, something significant. So I will have to do my part here and then the rest will come.
All right, thanks very much, and congrats again on your performance today.
Thanks, man.